Hey, how's it going, guys? People Synergy here. Welcome back to some more Slay the Princess action. This one, I want to see what that beast one was all about. Remember this one? Yeah, it was this one. It was this one for sure. The one when she's looking at me like this. There's a beast one, and then this is going to be our main one. So we're going to be going back here afterwards. But I want to see the beast ending. So this is going to be like a little side treat. It's not going to be a continuation of the story, but we're going to see where this story takes us. So I am curious, what if I retrieve the blade though? I don't think it's going to lead to the beast one though. Because the beast one was... Which one was the beast one? I think it was this one, Examine the Chains. And then we immediately try to slay her. That is going to be the beast one.
Can't be serious.
Yeah, we do this. Okay. We go through all of this, explore the lock and stuff, go back downstairs.
You make your way to the...
She rips her arm off, and then I immediately slay the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Then she fights me off.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner
and then we have to give up.
Meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Let's go!
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again.
She's so strong.
As you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Wait, didn't we have a different option? Oh yeah, slay the princess.
Your nerves are seizing with pain. You know you've done your fair share of damage as well. Your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
And then I give up. Okay, here we go. I just throw the blade and give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
Yep.
The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you.
They really know how to make her scary.
Dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Hey, I did give up, you know.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die. All right, the beast. Rolling is something different.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
I wonder who's going to be the voice this time.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right, let's proceed to the cabin. I wonder if I pick one of these, will I see the other voice? Let's just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She
would cheat. Yeah, we already know. Voice of the hunted.
When it plays with its freedom, or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
The voice of the hunted. I love these different voices. I love seeing these different paths, I swear. Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So, if I take the blade and I don't take the blade, that changes the story into two paths as well.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Okay, we're gonna save it here. We're not gonna go back to here, so let's go ahead and save it there. Oh, I want to quit. No, return. Okay, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
He says that every single time.
She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager.
I'm the hunter.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls
this
are
looks so-
obscured by an
This
impenetrable
is her.
darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She's right there, dude. That's her tail.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush,
Is she
dragging
not
her heavy
chained?
chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
No, she's not, dude.
She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear
No.
between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Can I turn around?
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
She's so full of herself. Let's go.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright.
I'm turning around.
The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Where? Don't you hear the clinking? She's in chains again. We're fine. You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see right through you. Move. Oh,
In
snap!
the direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Yo, she's big. I thought she was gonna be lion-like. She's more ferret-like.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
Yo, she looks way different than she did like a few seconds ago. Can I run to the stairs?
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
What do you want? We don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together and you could get out of here on your own? Wouldn't you have already left? That's... No, I think if I run to the stairs, she's gonna kill me, dude. Let's save it here real quick. I'll save it right here.
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
I was sent to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true. I say, what do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
You know, you sound menacing, but you gotta sound a little bit deeper. I'm not afraid.
Don't ask her what she wants. Just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? You don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
Is that all the advice you have? Just slay her.
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She is clearly not.
She's clearly
She's calling
not.
for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
He's got a point. Wait for her to strike and hit her back. Play dead? Are you kidding me? Oh snap! This is a good choices. Okay, let's return. No, play dead. Let's wait for her to strike and then hit her back, or survive. Wait for her to strike and then hit her back.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
Successfully take the fight to her in the den.
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten her grip on the blade and lash out.
Yo!
It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her, and she wounded us. Bad trade.
Ah, I see.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She liking this, man. She's liking this.
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery.
Oh no.
She falls to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines,
I lost.
spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
Yo, she is actually pretty scary.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Well, we're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature
Oh, we are
observation
dead.
of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
The den. Oh snap.
You're on
Okay.
a path in the
You know I have to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and save here real quick. Save me. Oh no, not right there. Save right here. I want to see what happens if I survive instead.
jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Oh. I don't think we can keep this up. This is different. We can run to the stairs now. I don't think we can keep this up.
You have to. We at least have to make an opening.
Okay. Okay. Right here. Return. Run for the stairs.
Now's our chance. Quick. And then what? We need a plan. We need to figure out something. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel the air shift. You instinctively glance behind you just in time to see the princess lunge from the shadows, more unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
No!
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting.
This is gross.
Then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Can I just like cut her insides? I still have my blade.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Use your knife, man!
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
You got a lot to say to your
Her
stomach.
muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards. The distant creaking
She's trying to
of
leave with
ancient
me in
wooden
her
steps
stomach.
barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Yo, use the knife on her insides. Stab her.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that.
That is true.
That is a bad thing to do.
Can you talk to the cabin? You could have asked me before swallowing me alive and spit me out, or I'll kill myself and nobody gets to leave. I have my steel claw. I could use it to hurt you. Dig in with your steel claw. Fine, you can leave. You can leave, just let me go. Screw you, slay yourself. Oh, not history. Oh man, there's so many different choices, man. Okay, we're not gonna do this again, right? I don't know where to go now. I don't know where to save it now. Because this one I leave there. But we're gonna... Which one are we gonna go back to, and which we... Actually, oh, I think we're gonna go back to this one, okay. Oh, no, we're going back to this one. So let's just save. This one says play dead. I need more saves. Oh, there's so many. What? I didn't know there was so many. Oh, let's save one too. Okay, let's see. Will it reach the same conclusion if I say screw you and slay yourself? So you could have asked me before, spit me out or I'll kill myself or we both will
I'm
leave.
so very, very patient. If it takes lives and lives and lives to swallow my way to freedom, then that is what I'll do.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Okay, I guess I'll just kill myself then.
In an act of spiteful defiance, you pull your weapon to your throat, your shaking, ulcerous hand clenched tight around its hilt. And then you draw it across your bubbling veins. Your blood flows out, filling the tiny space inside the princess. You start to fade. A waste of a good life. It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark. And you die.
How come this always ends with me dying? The Wild. Okay, so this is something different. We went to 2 different ones. It's so crazy. Look at this.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders.
Oh, it's the princess.
Curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
The princess herself.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
This is the 3rd time.
I think this is our 3rd?
Yep.
That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
I got swallowed.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
What's with this place?
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
She doesn't sound like a beast.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
The rest of you talk.
We're part of her because she consumed us. Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
It shouldn't count as her eating us if we offed ourselves.
The voice of the stubborn.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? I guess this is fine. Doesn't feel half bad. Miles better than being dissolved, anyway.
He's got a point.
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
I feel bad for the narrator. We're just making his lives extremely hard each and every time.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
This thing watching us, what is he? Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being this. I'm just like acceptance. Let's go with this. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? I can feel the pressure of the outside world pushing on us. What are we supposed to do about it? This is how we're supposed to be, but what do we do now? There's so many choices.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not
Holy.
after being something as beautiful as this.
Jesus.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Oh,
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
gaze at the terror in your heart. Bury it now before it's too late. Oh, snap, man. I'm so glad there's so many saves. Holy. Okay, gaze at the terror in your heart.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all. At least we didn't have to sit through it to the end. But I think she owes us, don't you, lads? She barely felt more than a little indigestion while we burned away inside of her. As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
I'm free?
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
The cabin ate me? Excuse me?
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Oh.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live.
Ah, you're gonna give me the decision, aren't you?
Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
Okay. You know we're making another save. There's so many saves. I love it. Alright, let's slay the princess first and see what happens.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
It feels bad, man. And then she just gets taken. Okay, so that was terrible.
She's gone. And is that?
And I didn't get a trophy or anything for that.
This, screw that.
I look withered. Proceed to the cabin. I was just seeing if I got a trophy. And
the growing
oh, okay. This isn't what I want. This isn't. Let's do the other one. Let's see what happens if I never wanted to kill you. Not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us. Cut her free.
You devious little bastard.
Ah!
If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Just ignore him. What's he gonna do? Lecture us into submission? He can talk all he wants. You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
Okay, so it's basically the same thing, except we kind of forgiven her in the end there. That's wild, man. Okay, so that's another ending.
Is that a... This doesn't feel right. That thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Okay, so that was another ending. We didn't get anything for it, but that was pretty interesting. What if we stayed? What if we do nothing?
You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works. The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator.
Stop
Remember
vibing.
that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict,
I can feel a distant terror.
please?
Don't look at it!
Hold yourself together.
Bury it down before it's too
You
late.
can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Turn inward and find your freedom. I got a trophy for it.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us? He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do.
Nah, he can actually do
He's
more.
gonna try and confuse us. You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There is a place you need to be. You just need to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end.
And this game is
This
so
task,
creative.
Whatever it is you think you're doing is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real. All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
I trust you. Find the way out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
But you do find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Shatter the cage. I only have one choice.
No, stop!
But his pleas disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be. What is this?
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
Oh, what is this?
It's beautiful.
Shatter more. I want to see what's behind this.
We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole. This was all of us, fighting as one.
It's gone. And then it's gone.
Where
Aww.
did it go? Why is everything so cold?
But you never get the chance to answer her. You turn to see a mirror as the memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Is that...
No! I wanted to see what happened.
This doesn't feel right. Screw the mirror.
What does she turns into? Oh, she just looks like that.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
Okay. All right. So that is another ending. Let's go here. What happens if we... Look at her. This time, last time we ran for the steps. Let's say this.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Run for the stairs, stay alive. Okay. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna save over some things. Since we no longer need... Actually, I don't need to save over some things. I can just make as many saves as I want. But we're never going back here. So I'm just gonna save here. I am gonna play dead, but let's see what happens if I just stay alive.
You're a bit slow. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
I can't keep running.
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse.
She wants
What
to
she
eat us.
wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
Again. Play dead. Let's just see what happens.
We're playing dead. It's unexpected. It could work. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you collapse to the ground, feigning death.
Fool a
She lands
predator
directly
by
on top
faking
of
your
you
own
with her
death.
full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then silence, only broken by the sound of your beating heart. It actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead? She sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling. They see your heartbeat pulsing in your throat.
Move, now! But it's too late for you to move. Her jaw unhinges, and she swallows you whole.
Is there any way I can
Guess that's
actually
it,
win?
Isn't it? Unfortunately for you,
No, it's the swallow scene. I'm curious, is there a way that I can win? I can run for the stairs, but then she swallows me. I stay alive, she cuts me. I play dead, she swallows me. Stand still?
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to
Okay,
outmaneuver.
so no matter what, I end up devoured. Okay, I'm testing the waters. Let's go back to this.
Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
Hell yeah, brother.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger? When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you. Great.
I like this
So
guy.
you've been here before.
I like every
That
voice so
doesn't bode
far.
Well, you're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done. Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out. And how do you intend to do that? We're going to fight her, and we're going to win.
Let's go.
There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows. Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we? He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Yo, this is the voice of the revenge. Okay, what's the plan? We need a plan, dude. We can't just go in there. No matter what happens next, it seems like all of our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye! I want answers. What's going on here? What do you know you're not telling me? Okay, what's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her. But we're so small. We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop, that's all we need to put her on the defensive.
Let's go! I like this guy. The path is different than it was before. I want answers. What if we just leave? What happens then? Let's see this through.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. We've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan. It's a better plan than you had last time. I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing.
Proceed.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one. Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us. If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Take the blade.
Yes, take the steel claw.
Hell yeah.
You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. One step closer to ending this.
Let's go.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe...
Okay, smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black.
No!
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
He has to say that.
As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
We have unfinished business. We should talk. We don't have to fight. I'm ready to let you out of here. We don't have to fight. I'm ready to let you out of here. Say nothing and silently proceed.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement.
We're hunting.
The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Staying quiet, are we? We don't have to do this. Step in the shadows and try to lure her out. Oh, snap! I love this. What is the right decision here? Step into the shadows and try to lure her out. Step into the shadows, ready to fight.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
Let's go! We got the first strike.
See, I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now. Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury, and beneath it all lurks something far more primal. Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly.
She looks more sad than anything.
I'd like to see her try. The
never
princess
mind.
lunges with even more ferocity than before.
She no longer looks
Both
sad.
voices were right. Within that ferocity there is the clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence.
Yo, we're really good with this small blade.
And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows, hers quickens, her wounds mending as she licks the blood of her prey from her dripping maw.
Is that a part of me? Did she kill me?
So she really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
Nah, screw that.
Ah.
We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit.
Kamehameha!
Die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct. She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening.
Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
Take the opening and strike at her heart. Or embrace instincts. What? How come these are two different choices? Okay. Let's take the opening and strike at her heart. Or let's embrace her instincts first.
You hurl yourself towards the
Oh!
princess's body, carving into her not with steel, but instead with tooth and claw. You are a blur of bloodied things that tear and rend. Yes. Yes. We are not prey. We are more.
Let's go!
The princess howls in fear and outrage as you peel away a chunk of her flesh. But as the bloody meat slides down your throat, you feel invigorated. Your wounds burn less, you feel faster, more responsive. Again, the more we take of her, the less she will be able to take of us.
Yo, we're going feral!
There is no time to rest if you're to do this right. She tries to bat you away with her massive paw, but as it smashes into your ribs, you clamp your teeth around the limb. You give her no time to react before snapping it from its joint.
Whoa! Took her whole arm off.
The princess pulls back in pained shock as you crunch through bone, devouring the arm that was part of her. It's part of you now. Your wounds heal. That's disgusting. I don't want to do that.
You were the one who asked if we could do this, and if it means we win, well, we have to win. Victory demands we do whatever it takes to claim it.
I didn't think it would be so dehumanizing. But we feel bigger than her now, don't we? The feeling doesn't linger. As you choke down the last of her severed arm, she lunges, taking advantage of the distraction. In a frenzied flash of blood and feathers, she rips into your side, swallowing another piece of you.
Yo, this is beast against beast.
Weakness returns. Her
Arm
arm
is
starts to mend
regenerating.
itself, fresh claws sprouting from developing flesh. We can't be small again. We have to take more. We have to take it now. You descend upon her again, jaws gnashing, desperate to regain your power. You both lose yourself in the rhythm of the feast. You devouring her, and she devouring you, mending and bleeding and consuming in an endless cycle, on and on and on.
Come on, just one more bite, then we'll have her right where we want her.
Am I really the only one who's not on board with this? I'm gonna be sick.
Oh my god.
The more you consume, the more the lines that differentiate you and her begin to blur, the flesh of your bodies twisting into warped reflections of what you swallow. You have to snap out of this. You can't destroy her if you lose sight of yourself. We are the predator now. There is nothing to do but embrace our true nature. But words fade into hollow vibrations as you and she continue to tear at each other in the darkness. There are no beginnings. There are no endings. There are no moments of calm. There is only savage violence.
Okay, so this was not the right way.
Did you say no endings?
But he doesn't respond. He's gone.
How are we supposed to know if we won?
We have won. We'll never die so long as we keep eating. We can be forever.
Well, you and she are separated. Your flesh ripped from where it joins together. Before forever can come to pass, you lock eyes. You see a new emotion there. Shame. What have we done? They ask. Huh. Interesting ending there. Okay, we already know what we have to do. Let's go back. Let's choose to take the opening and strike at her heart.
You hurl yourself towards the princess, your movement too quick, too bold for her to intercept. You bury your blade deep in her chest.
Yes, yes, we're going out in a blaze of glory.
Nature doesn't have glory. This is just death. She howls in pain, retaliating with claws and teeth, desperately tearing, trying to devour you to make herself whole once again. Chunks of your flesh are torn away, feathers and blood and bits of gore splattering to the ground. But your work is already done. No sating of her ravenous hunger will be enough to mend her now. Though her flesh begins to seal itself around you, she cannot remove your blade from her heart. You and the princess collapse to the floor together, your bodies fused, entwined in a bloody mass of limbs and teeth.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
As the two of you fade, a new emotion creeps into the princess's eyes. Something akin to shame. What have we done? They ask. I guess that's it. At least we saved the world. Right? Right? He's gone. Everything is gone, except her. And us.
This is kind of a sad ending, huh?
It doesn't matter. We won.
The princess' eyes speak again. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. Okay. I think that is all the paths we can possibly take for this.
She's gone.
I don't think there's anything else.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Retain your humanity while you face instincts.
And is that a mirror? That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Let's see what she has to say. I look withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, so we can talk to her again, say like, you want to be a contradiction. We've already had this conversation before. You know that at the end, once I'm gonna kill you, blah, blah, blah. How many more vessels do you need? And I'm ready to go back. So this is basically the end of the beast
I will
route.
be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And then she kills me. Everything goes dark. And you die. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. That was the beast route. That one was absolutely crazy. Just blood, gore, attacking, like feral instincts. I like that one a lot, but that one was dark, man. I am really curious to what the other ones are. This one is not going to be the route that we take. So we are going to load back to our main route, which is right here. This is our main route, and we can't go back and do what we did before.
She's gone, and there's...
So when we approach the mirror here, we've already did this. We already said this. Proceed to the cabin. And this was the Wraith.
I am a growing...
So once we die here...
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And then we go back to chapter
on the
1.
path
So we are going to
woods.
begin it
And at
again
the end
from
of that
here.
path
I
is a
think we can
cabin.
no longer go to
And
the
in the basement
cabin
of that
without
cabin
taking the knife.
is a
So
princess.
next time we are going to take the knife. We're going to go in there. And then I guess we're going to talk to her and then attack her. I don't know if anything's going to change that way, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. This is so many stories. They put so much work into this game. It's ridiculous. The narrative is absolutely insane. I'm looking forward to the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider dropping a like. Subscribe to see more videos just like this one. I'm 3% Ninja. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. And be good, people.